drive-through on this one, and we do stay there. And spoiler alert, we've already been there and left before we get there. But this is Big Pine RV Park. It's the first one I want to talk about. It's an easy in, easy out. I mentioned it in one of the other videos, and we're kind of doing a drive-through here as we're heading out. It's a nice park. It's nothing fancy. There's not swimming pools and hot tubs, but they have nice big sites. They have our Verizon work. We had no trees over, so satellite work, and just a nice RV park. It's laid out for big rigs. As long as you tell the owner and let him know that what size you have, he'll make sure you have what your requirements are, and they're really nice people. And can't say enough good things about it. We came here because as the last minute, because a place I'd planned to stay. Short version is I wasn't happy with, so we came here. But I would highly recommend this RV park. It's Big Pine RV Park in Crescent, Oregon, and it's easy to get to, easy out. It's about 2 hours from Crater Lake RV Park, which is one we're heading to now. We're going to drive around. You'll see here that there's a fire warning. We were going to go to Umpqua area and just drive through Umpqua because that's some area I had wanted to see. I'd looked at RV parks there as well. And then when you see this wildfire warning, we decided to just go ahead and drive through Crater Lake because after the last place we were, I just wanted to make sure it was an RV park we would be okay with staying in. So we're just going to kind of take a drive through that area. But Crescent by Big Pine, there's OHV riding. There is a gas station both sides of that RV park that you can get to. There's one before we got to Big Pine. We were coming from south of there, and we came up past Bend and come up to Big Pine. There was a gas station, a diesel truck stop, and also a truck wash. It's not a Blue Beacon, but it was a truck wash that we went through before we got to Big Pine. Neither of those were on the Google or my Garmin, so that was a nice surprise. And then just after we leave Big Pine, on the way to Crater Lake, you go through another town, and there's another truck stop that is not on any of my Google or Garmin. So I'm sure they will eventually get them added, but for right now, so there's diesel, there's truck stops both sides, which was awesome to see because we would have had enough to get there to the next place, but it's nice to be able to fill up. So this is the road going to Crater Lake RV Park. We go down it a little ways and then we come back up and we'll head on over to Crater Lake. It is a beautiful drive this way, even though it's a little smoky and they were fighting fires. Actually, they were fighting fires for the whole 2 weeks that we were at Crater Lake RV Park. They were fighting fires. We were a week at Big Pine and then 2 weeks at Crater Lake. And the whole time they had fires going and there was smoke. None of them were near Crater Lake, so we never felt any danger at all. But you would occasionally get whiffs of smoke. We did at Big Pine and we did at Crater Lake. And sometimes, like here driving to Umpqua, a lot of the roads were closed. You couldn't go to Diamond Lake. A lot of the forestry campgrounds were closed all along the Umpqua area because they're fighting fires and they didn't want anyone in there. So a lot of the stuff in the Umpqua area were all closed. So it's a beautiful drive, easy drive. We could definitely take it with the RV. It was fine, no issues. But they do, we're here in August, so it was a wildfire season. So we're going to come up here and we're going to turn and head over towards Crater Lake.
Grounded, steady, earth between your toes, arms wide, ready, love is true, come roll.
And here's where we turned to the right. We went toward Umpqua till we ran into too much smoke. And then we come back and we turn to go over to Crater Lake RV Park just to do a drive-through to make sure we would fit. Because I gotta admit, even though it says Big Rig Friendly on their site, I was a little worried. I will say that I did look it up on YouTube, and I did find on a couple different channels of people that had talked about it. And one of them was talking about, oh, it says big rig friendly, but it's really, really tight. They didn't rate it that good. And then I looked Big Truck Big Travel, watched their video, and I thought if they could fit in with that HDT in their SpaceX trailer, we could fit in too. So I felt much better after I saw their video. But with we're out riding around in the Jeep, we might as well just drive over and just have an idea of what our game plan is. We knew we'd have to unhook the trailer. We are actually in a back-end site there, and it's an 80-foot site, but we knew all the hookups are in the back, so our only option would be to unhook the trailer, back the camper in, and park the trailer in front of us, which isn't a big deal. It's just a little more time consuming. The other thing is we're under trees there, but they rented us one of their dish or their direct TV boxes, which allowed us to still have TV. And they have high speed Wi Fi, which worked most of the time. It occasionally would go out, things happen, but for the most part, it worked fairly good. Um, I will say we did have one night where a storm had come through and apparently took out a tree, and power was out from like 2 o'clock one afternoon. They told us it'd be on at midnight. It was not. It was like noon the next day or something. So in hindsight, we should have turned the generator on until 10 o'clock and then turned it back on the next morning. We let our batteries get lower than we would have liked, but it was fine. Just no power for one evening. Crater Lake RV Park is a nice RV park. Yeah, we had to unhook back in, but let me just tell you, this is Rogue River Valley here, and you can go do hiking all you want. Great little ice cream shop here. Um, and this is a cool little stop too. Becky's and this little ice cream shop and all here. But on Saturday night, Crater Lake RV Park has like a free hot dogs. And the first time they had karaoke. The second time there was no power. So they did still do a fire and hot dogs for everyone. But really enjoyed our stay here. This was a really nice thing. I will tell you this. My Garmin said it was to the left when we were coming in. It is not to the left. It was on the other side of the road. We just totally missed the sign. So if you go into Crater Lake RV Park, just check and look carefully for the signs. We totally missed it. And our Garmin said turn left, so we did. This is the entrance. And it's a nice RV park. We were a little worried, I gotta say. But loved this RV park. It's 40 minutes from Crater Lake National Park. There's Rogue River stuff. You're 45 minutes from Medford, which is a fairly big town where you can get Walmart and anything else you want. There are no big grocery stores close here. You have to go to Medford if you want any decent sized stores. But we were able to go into Freightliner and get a couple parts Vic needed and go to the grocery store and all that. So we enjoyed this RV park a lot. Very nice. Here's the park. You can see it looks tighter than it felt to us. And our truck is 45-foot Super C towing a 24-foot trailer. So, we fit. We had asked for a pull through, which would have been to the right there, but they already had that one booked, so that's fine. We just did with whatever. The one we were in was up ahead on the left. And like I said, it was fine. It was 80 foot, pull through or back in, and we enjoyed it a lot. So I've got no complaints here. Um, we enjoyed our stay here. You could see everything you wanted to pretty much at Crater Lake in a week. But, we had the time and we wanted to have time to have some down days and do some other things. We did some things on the trailer and all that. Ours was the site just past this red car. We were backed in to the site just past there, and it was fine. We unhooked, we backed the camper in, then we backed the trailer in front. It was fine. There's supposedly OHV riding in the area. We did not ride the side by side there. I do have a map of it, but that's not really what we were there for. I know you could ride in some of the parks, but I didn't. I think you'd have had the trailer there. Wasn't high on our list of things to do while we were there, but it was fun. I One of the other things we did is we went to their parade for their. Um, they had axe throwing and they had just a fun parade. I'm going to do a video on that, so keep an eye out for that one as well because that was fun. It's very down home, and that was right here on this corner. We parked right across there and watched the very short, very fun hometown parade. So keep your eye out for that. And but this is their town. There is a small grocery store and a gas station. I won't say it's the cheapest gas we ever got, but it's not the most expensive either. So fine, here there is a bar and a restaurant here. They have pizza and bar food. It's fine. I wouldn't say it was great, but it was fine. And then we're just going to kind of drive through it so you can see it. But pretty area, very small hometown feel. Um, the parade, the lumberjack carnival, and their hometown parade, whatever they were calling it, was a lot of fun to see. To the right, it's a gas station. So, and that's it. That's the town. There's houses out here. It's just pretty. We did do a hike to the Rogue River and explored some of that area. Like I said, beautiful area. So I thought I might as well just give this a 2 for 1 and tell you about Big Pine and Crater Lake RV. Highly recommend both. If you're pulling a trailer like us, you may just have to be creative, is all I can say. Or tell them in advance. If you book in advance and you tell them your length, they will put you in a site. They do have a couple pull through. So, just let them know your needs and they can tell you what they have. But overall, great experience. Loved being there. Like I said, we went to Medford actually a couple times um, because we needed some parts for the camper. They he wanted to get a new air filter and a couple of things. And then we actually he had something he wanted welded for the trailer. And we went and found a welder. So we loved this area. Here's just Becky's, the Rogue River area again. There's a little shop there, and there's ice cream, and there's a restaurant there, and there's you can walk down by the Rogue River. We did that as well. So overall, a beautiful area. Here we've left Crater Lake, and we're turning back on the road in front of Big Pine RV Park. And I can't remember the name of this little town here. Hold on. Okay, I looked it up. It's Schmaltz, I think. But you can see there's a pilot travel center there now, which you can get fuel with even with big rigs and semis. So always good to know because we're always looking for truck stops. We need to fuel on both sides, so we look for one with a satellite pump. So there is a restaurant here. It didn't look. We didn't eat there. Is all I'm going to say. But good to know you can get fuel on either direction you're on 97 just before you get to Big Pine, either direction you're going. So we're almost back to Big Pine. We'll finish up the drive through, but I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you're looking for a Big Pine RV Park in Crescent or Crater Lake RV Park in Prospect, Oregon, now you know what we know, and we loved both of them. So I hope you've enjoyed this video. Please like, subscribe, and leave a comment. And thanks for watching.